Imagine for a moment standing on the streets of Rome. The year is 117 AD, and you are at the heart of the most powerful empire the world has ever seen. The sound of soldiers marching, the whispers of politicians scheming, and the cheers from the Colosseum echo through the city. But here's the question: how does something so powerful, so vast, fall? How does an empire that seemed invincible collapse? Today we're unraveling the rise and fall of the Roman Empire, a story that offers not just historical insight, but a chilling reminder of how power, when unchecked, can crumble. Whether you're chasing wealth or dreaming of legacy, Rome holds secrets, lessons that are still painfully relevant today. The Roman Empire didn't just rise, it exploded into existence. Starting as a small city-state, Rome grew from humble beginnings to control nearly 2 million square miles of land, with over 70 million people under its rule. How? Vision, ambition, and relentless expansion. Rome's wealth flowed like a river. Their economy thrived on vast trade networks, spanning from Britain to Egypt, a booming slave trade, and gold pouring in from conquered lands. Ever wonder what it would be like if Amazon and Walmart ran the world? Well, Rome was pretty much that. A superpower with all the luxuries you could imagine. Luxury so extreme that Roman senators would have feasts where they'd eat until they were bored, not just full. But beneath the surface of this golden age, something darker was brewing. The same traits that built Rome's greatness, greed, conquest, and ambition, would also light the fuse to its downfall. Let's fast forward to the 3rd century. Rome, still at its peak in many ways, was beginning to rot from the inside. Corruption spread through every corner of the empire. Political intrigue turned deadly, with emperors being assassinated every few years. Sound familiar? Insert a quick humorous reference. Think of it as a never-ending episode of Game of Thrones. The economy, once the foundation of Roman wealth, began to fracture. The cost of constant warfare and defending such vast borders drained the empire's resources. Inflation skyrocketed, and in a desperate move, the Roman government devalued their own currency. Imagine $1 today being worth half tomorrow. But the real killer? The empire grew too large. Its very success became its greatest enemy. And yet, the most terrifying part isn't that Rome was attacked by outside forces. It's that Rome crumbled from within. Rome, once unstoppable, now a shadow of its former self. Invasions from barbarian tribes, groups the Romans once dismissed as primitive, began hammering at the gates. But what really destroyed Rome wasn't the external threats. It was their inability to adapt, their internal divisions. You see, power blinded them. They became comfortable, arrogant. The ruling elite were too busy enjoying their riches and indulging in excess to notice the cracks forming in the foundation of their empire. While Rome's citizens partied, the empire itself was on life support. Rome fell not because it was defeated by a stronger force, but because it collapsed under the weight of its own failures. And here's the real kicker. This wasn't some sudden catastrophe. It was slow, insidious, and worst of all, preventable. So, what's the lesson here? If Rome, with all its wealth and power, can fall, what does that mean for us? If there's one thing the Roman Empire teaches us, it's this. Sustained success isn't about one moment of victory. It's about small, consistent actions, decisions that build over time. And that brings me to something just as powerful, something the Romans missed, the power of compounding. If you want to see how the principle of compounding can change your life and legacy, check out my next video.